From the station putting local first, you're watching Studio 9.
Good evening and welcome to Studio 9. I'm your host, Patricia Maese. This week, we're blending architecture, style, and contemporary design. We're bringing you the show from the beautiful downtown Hotel Indigo. Pulitzer Prize-winning author Cormac McCarthy once called El Paso one of the last real cities in America. And anyone who visits us understands the unique beauty of the borderland. From spectacular sunsets to the rich history involving events and people, there's no question El Paso is a desert wonderland. The Hotel Indigo blends Mexican and American culture with a mix of history and the spirit of today's downtown El Paso. Joining me is the general manager for Hotel Indigo, Marianne Rosas. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your lovely hotel. Why it's, I mean, coming in you see it's spectacular, but what makes it so unique?
Well, first of all, it's in the heart of downtown. It's great. We opened our doors January of 2016, and this building's over 50 years old. They put so much money into this beautiful boutique hotel, and it's just wonderful. We feature a lot of artists' work throughout the hotel in the rooms, and it's a wonderful hotel. I'm happy to be here.
And it's great for out-of-towners, but also for locals, because you have a lot of events for them as well.
Yes, we do. We host a lot of networking events. A lot of people come in just to wind down and have a drink. We're key with the music. The atmosphere is awesome with a lot of energy. So, you know, it's really good. So I hope people can come out here because it's really great.
You are absolutely right. There's ambiance. I mean, it's in the heart of downtown El Paso, as you mentioned. It's a great place to unwind after work, the weekend, come with friends. If you haven't been to Hotel Indigo, you need to come check it out. Absolutely beautiful. And you always have stuff going on. We're going to have all the information about the Hotel Indigo on our website. Go to KTSM.com. Make sure, as always, you click on the Studio 9 tab. For 10 years, this annual event has been pushing thousands of women to the edge of their athletic ability. We want to introduce you to some women who are putting in the hard work now to find success at next month's Mighty Mujer Triathlon.
You may drive past them while they're out riding or see them as they give it their all while making the steep hills up Alabama Street in central El Paso.
I'm tough, very tough.
These local women are training for the 10th annual Mighty Mujer Triathlon in April. They come from different backgrounds.
I am a disabled veteran. I have injuries from, let's see, shoulders, ankles, shins, hips, like everything.
And different athletic abilities.
So I went from being a couch potato to doing this. I'm going to be 40 soon, so it was kind of like a milestone for me. I just wanted to accomplish something that I hadn't never done before.
Sonia Castor is balancing her training with her full-time job as a nurse.
What's been the most challenging part of the training for you?
Definitely the bike. Yeah, the hills are no joke, and that's been the hardest for me.
And their biggest challenge, finding the time for long bike rides, early morning runs, and evening swims. Tiffany Workman runs an in-home daycare and has a 4 a.m. wake-up call.
I do my bikes and my runs before I get any children at 5:30 in the morning. I swim in the evening after they go home.
While these women say they're not willing to give up, they also have a message for you.
Anyone in any shape, just got to get off the couch and do it, because that's where I came from, off the couch.
Coming up on Studio 9, we introduce you to the oldest family-owned home building company in the Sun City. Coming up on Studio 9, we take you inside the oldest family-owned home builder in the Sun City, and we talk about what has led to their success for decades. Plus, we show you how another family-owned business is making a name by thinking outside the box. That's next.
Cycling.
Practice French.
Cooking class.
Art festival.
Climbing.
Getting a new Volkswagen can be easier than you think.
Matinee.
What will you do with the extra time?
Hot yoga.
Yeah. No, like yoga, but hotter. Love it.
With practically just your signature, you can get a 2019 Volkswagen Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Playing the piano requires practice, experience, and performance, just like a lawyer in the courtroom. So if you're interested in an accident, come talk to me personally. If you like the way I play the piano, you'll love the way I fight for you in a jury trial.
Wyatt Underwood, 485-9100.
The key to your new Tropicana home will open more than just a door. It will open a new chapter in your life for you and your loved ones. With 9 communities throughout El Paso, Tropicana Homes has move-in ready floor plans, quality construction, and great amenities to suit all types of families. Find your new home with Tropicana Homes and begin creating everlasting memories for generations to come. Tropicana Homes, dedicated to building high-quality homes in El Paso since 1950. Visit TropicanaHomes.com today.
Buy a new or used vehicle today and find what Crawford Buick GMC is doing at its airport location tomorrow.
You will regret.
For 1 day and 10 hours only, and only at the airport location, 50% discounted.
Yes, you heard right.
Only at the Crawford Buick GMC location by the airport. Antenna and airway. 50% of the new vehicle inventory will be discounted.
New Buick Encore.
18,777.
2018 GMC Sierra Denali for $12,250 in total savings.
Car counts at 5,000, 7,000, 10,000, even 15,000. Some pre-owned vehicles sold for $499.
But dozens for less than 10,000. So enjoy your Saturday. But do not buy a car until tomorrow.
Studio 9, sponsored by Tropicana Homes, building homes in the El Paso area for more than 69 years. Tropicana has been recognized locally and across the state multiple times as the best builder of the year and best developer of the year. There are 9 Tropicana communities currently serving the El Paso area. Find out more about Tropicana on our website at KTSM.com and click on the Studio 9 tab.
Tonight, we're taking you inside the oldest family-owned home building company in El Paso, talking about Tropicana Homes. And now I'm standing here with the owners under the Tropicana brand, Bobby and Randy Voling. You all are well known in the community. Talk a little bit about the Tropicana brand and the history of the company, how it started here.
Tropicana Homes started in 1946 by my grandfather, R.L. Bowling Jr. It's Bobby and I came to work in the early 90s, and we started as a small home builder, primarily in Northeast El Paso, and we've branched out to many other things. We own a mortgage company now. We build apartments. We house El Pasoans from the ground up. We try to accommodate all income demographic, from the low-income house apartment. We have one of the most fantastic, we turn more renters into buyers, probably than any builder in the state of Texas. We incubate them. We provide first-time homeowner classes. We take them to our mortgage company. We hopefully give them the American dream at the end of the day.
And you talked about providing for housing needs at every level. Tell me a little bit more about that, from home buying to apartment complexes.
Yeah, so like my brother said, we got into the low-income housing tax credit field and industry in 2001. And since then, we've been the most successful tax credit developer in the state of Texas, right here in El Paso. So we're very proud of that. With what we have under construction and what we have leasing up, by the time that's all said and done, we'll have 35 low-income housing tax credit developments with about 3,500 rental units. And like Randy said, the goal that we try to do is we try to bring people in at the lower income levels, let them build up their credit, let them get a better job, let them transfer through the American process of promotion and all of that. And then we sold, what is it, Randy, 18 homes to our tenants last year?
I think it was, yes, 18 to 20.
So it's a fantastic program whereby you come in at lower income levels, we build you up, the classes Randy talked about, and then we take you, we have you meet with our mortgage representatives and our sales representatives, and the ultimate goal is to get all of those tenants into the American dream of home ownership.
Why do you think the Tropicana brand is so successful? When people think of housing needs, they think of your company.
I think, I like to say because we do things right, because we have an educated staff. We're looking for deals with people that are good for them and good for us. Our sales professionals, our mortgage professionals educate the buyer. The buyer knows what they're getting. They know what they're paying for. They're understanding the transaction from top to bottom. And I think that resonates with people.
What can a customer expect? They're looking to buy a new home or an apartment. What can they expect when they look into one of your properties or homes?
Yeah, I think, you know, we're on all sides of town now, like Randy said. We've got multiple different subdivisions that we're in. Our apartment complexes also are located all over town. I mean, we go all the way from San Elizario to the next deal that we're going to be doing is in Anthony. And so everything in between there, I think we have fantastic locations. And the service that we provide and the talent of our staff is unmatched in El Paso. I mean, there's a reason, like you said, you know, everybody, we don't really advertise that much, but everybody knows about Tropicana Homes and Tropicana Properties and our different apartment complexes, and that's mostly through word of mouth and our good reputation. We wouldn't still be standing here, you know, 70 years later as a family business and as a kind of a trademark of El Paso if we didn't know what we were doing and we didn't serve the community well. Randy and I both live here. We don't have any plans to move anywhere. We raised our kids here, or raising our kids here, and we love El Paso. We want to give back. You know, we're a little different than the other tax credit developers around the state in that all of our developments are here in El Paso County, 100%.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on Studio 9. And for any more information about Tropicana, their homes and their apartment complexes, you can find it all on our website at ktsm.com. Make sure you click on the Studio 9 tab. Two local brothers are running a business that's the first of its kind here in the Sun City. And the first order of business is taking out-of-the-box ideas and making them come to life.
Compound Design is a custom fabrication shop. The shop is operated by me and my brother Ben.
We make all sorts of things out of all different kinds of material. And we try to say yes more than no, and we kind of do whatever comes our way.
We specialize in cutting anything that comes in sheet form, and then we put it together for our clients all over the world.
The biggest project we've done so far is the exterior of Bel Air Middle School. We cut out about a little over 2,000 panels covering 40,000 square feet.
These are all different, cool, unique geometric patterns that, when put together, form a really cool look for the exterior of the middle school. We're the only operation of this sort in town.
Last month, we fabricated some 3D lettering for TEDx UTEP, which is an interesting project. I've been watching TED Talks for years, and it was kind of cool getting to be a part of that.
Our recent masterpiece that we're really proud of is a conference table that we put together for Barracuda Public Relations. It's a 5x8 foot solid maple conference table with multicolored epoxy inlay.
Such a unique piece. There's nothing like it here in El Paso.
We found ourselves in a position where when we find a new client in town, they tell us, oh, I've been sending my work out to Salt Lake City or to Dallas or to somewhere else, Phoenix. And they get real excited when they find out we're here and open for business.
There's always something new, always something interesting, and there's a lot of good opportunity here in El Paso and a lot of good ideas going around, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Coming up on Studio 9, if you're a lover of wine, we show you where you can find some of the rarest bottles in the area and where you should start if you're looking to learn more about wine.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy.
I switched from a Ram to a Chevy.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
We love our Chevy. Why do we switch? Just look at it.
Switch into a new Chevy today. Get 14% below MSRP on most Cruise models, or current competitive owners get 21% below MSRP when financing with GM Financial. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
It's our birthday, but the gifts are for you. At Cons Home Plus, we're celebrating 129 years with birthday buys throughout the store. Get free furniture with select groups, plus save up to 50% on big screen TVs. With the Cons Low Payment Finder, we find the lowest payment tailored to you, whether you've got good credit to no credit. Apply at cons.com, then come join the birthday party and save at Cons Home Plus.
to your new Tropicana home will open more than just a door. It will open a new chapter in your life for you and your loved ones. With 9 communities throughout El Paso, Tropicana Homes has move-in ready floor plans, quality construction, and great amenities to suit all types of families. Find your new home with Tropicana Homes and begin creating everlasting memories for generations to come. Tropicana Homes, dedicated to building high-quality homes in El Paso since 1950. Visit TropicanaHomes.com today.
Welcome to the edge of Texas. At the edge of Texas, our steaks are delicately cut. You have to love the outcome of the food. For me, my heart is in it, and I'd like to share it with everyone. We have great margaritas. They are part of the edge of Texas. The edge of Texas, for me, is my home. You want a home-cooked meal? You want great service? Come to the edge of Texas. We'll take great care of you.
Well, my parents met in Texas, then they moved to Washington. They had me at Fort Knox. They keep all the gold there. After that, we moved to Georgia for a couple years. Then we spent some time in Korea. Seaweed snack. Ew. And now we live here for good.
Our members call many places home.
Oh, lots of questions.
So we made owning a home easier. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Boating. Tundra. A little R&R. Camry. Wow, she's good. Off-roading. Forerunner. Our treasure hunting. Highlander mateys.
Thanks.
Wherever you want to go, we've got a great deal on a Toyota to get you there.
During the Ready, Set, Go sales event, qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus a $1,500 special edition bonus on a new 2019 Tundra Special Edition.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Do you love wine but think that you don't know enough about it? Well, tonight we sit down with one local wine expert and he shows us how you can begin training your palate to understand fine wines a little bit better. All right, wine lovers, listen up. I'm sitting here with Philip Acuto. He's a sommelier. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Correct.
We've been working on my pronunciation for Cafe Central. He is the wine expert, knows everything about wines here in El Paso. So talk about first how long you've been in the industry. What makes you an expert?
There's a lot of different things. I have a pretty good palate, which is necessary, but then it takes lots of experience. I've been in the restaurant industry for 40 years now. I've been the sommelier here for 13, and one of the things you get out of my job is exposure to many, many different things, so that you develop a standard that you can measure everything against. So, for instance, when people sometimes ask me, like, what is the best way to learn about wine? I always tell them the same thing. Get the most expensive bottle that you possibly can afford, and then you'll have a baseline for judging everything else.
Really?
Yeah. You know, a lot of people say, oh, start with this, start with that. If you start with something really good, which is how I actually started.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. When I was 14 years old, my father brought home a bottle of La Tâche, which is a very rare Burgundy. They generally run about $1,200 to $1,500 a bottle nowadays. And that was my first exposure to real fine wine. And over the years of studying and tasting, you know, I've learned to trust my palate. You know, I read reviews and everything over time, but, you know, when you've been around as long as I have, I don't learn that much from them, except about things that I haven't had before. Because no matter how much you drink, there's 180,000 different kinds of wine. I try maybe a couple thousand a year.
Wow, wow. So we're sitting here at Cafe Central, and it is known as one of the premier establishments for offering wine. If you're a wine connoisseur, this is the place to come. Talk a little bit about your inventory and how you have something for everyone, especially if you are a wine lover.
Well, I try to include all the major areas. Most of the wine lists you'll see in town are rather short. I have my French section, for instance, is larger than almost any other wine list in town.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The major wine regions of the world, United States, California, and Oregon, basically. There's some in New York, Finger Lakes District. Then you have South America, Chile, and Argentina. The Spanish are producing some of the best values around the world right now for wines. Of course, Italian, Australian,
So you feature wines from all over the world here. You're also a platform for people looking to launch their wines as well. Ron McGinnis was one of those.
Right. I often get put in that role because we are the kind of the gatekeepers for wine in El Paso. If I can establish a wine here, I know for a fact that my reps are using me as a reference. So they'll say, oh, Phil bought this or something like that. Because our clientele is more versed in wine than a lot of the other places are going to be, I have the higher standard to meet. My people expect really good wines. We have 100-point rated wines, which means they're perfect.
Wow.
And they're very, very rare. I mean, I have wines on my list, 100 bottles, 100 cases are made. I just recently imported some very rare Burgundies, which is a French Pinot Noir. 240 bottles in the whole country.
Wow, that is incredible. So there's no question that Café Central is known as the establishment when you really appreciate wines. You've been in business now over 100 years. You celebrated your anniversary. And of course, someone really looking to try different wines, they should come here. All the information as far as Café Central and when you can come and some of the wines you can taste will be on our website at ktsm.com. And as always, thank you for watching Studio 9.
Join us at the Party Expo, Sunday, March 24th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Epic Rail Yard Event Center. It's a family event, and you can't miss it. To purchase your tickets and more information, visit www.myeventcreators.com.
Next on Studio 9, we show you some of the beautiful pieces of jewelry that you can find at Bedbridge of El Paso. And the fun part is that I get to wear some of it.
Since I'm test driving now, shouldn't it be drive, then sign, then drive again?
I think we're gonna need a bigger banner.
The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. With practically just your signature, you can get a 2019 Volkswagen Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Are you looking for quality, variety, and great customer service? At Martin Tire, we will get you just that. With the variety of over 30,000 tires and 6,000 wheels, we guarantee you will get the best for your vehicle. We also provide a wide variety of automotive services that will get your car into the best condition. And now at Martin Tire, enjoy our new financing program for up to 24 months. No credit needed. Come to the experts. Martin Tire Company in El Paso, Las Cruces, and Alamogordo.
Need tires? Think Martin.
Join today. Call 841-9149. Learn to protect yourself.
Here's your Buick, sir. Actually, that's my Buick.
How are we gonna fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises. Get 16% below MSRP on most 2019 Encore models. That's over $4,100 on this Encore. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get an additional $2,000 purchase allowance. See your El Paso, Las Cruces Buick dealers.
The key to your new Tropicana home will open more than just a door. It will open a new chapter in your life for you and your loved ones. With 9 communities throughout El Paso, Tropicana Homes has move-in ready floor plans, quality construction, and great amenities to suit all types of families. Find your new home with Tropicana Homes and begin creating everlasting memories for generations to come. Tropicana Homes, dedicated to building high-quality homes in El Paso since 1950. Visit tropicanahomes.com today.
We run our law practice for the benefit of the clients.
The client is the most important part of the case.
They're putting their faith, their future in our hands.
To tell our client's story, we get to know them.
The best way is to actually go into their home, sit in their living room, sit in their kitchen.
If the client needs something, that need drives the case.
We think about our clients as family. I always ask, how would you want your family treated? And that's how we try to treat our clients.
Since I'm test driving now, shouldn't it be drive, then sign, then drive again?
I think we're gonna need a bigger banner.
The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event. With practically just your signature, you can get a 2019 Volkswagen Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing.
Jewelry provided by Benbridge Jeweler.
If you're looking for a little bling in your life, we have just the place for you. I'm here at Benbridge Jeweler, joined by Elizabeth Sinclair. Such a fabulous place. You walk in here and it's just stunning, some of the beautiful pieces that you offer. Now tell me, how long Bembridge has been operating here in El Paso?
In El Paso, it's going on 6 years, but at company level, it's 105 years. 105 wonderful years. We're an AGS store, and it's very important to us, and it's all about customer service and consumer protection, AGS.
What does that mean, AGS? Tell me a little bit about
Gem
that.
Society.
And explain that to me.
And so that was developed by the De Beers Company for the consumer protection, that if we say this is an I1 or SI2 or a VVS1 diamond, that's what it is, and we can back it up with paperwork. And with us here, all of our diamonds are sourced responsibly. That is the utmost importance to all of our buyers. If we can't figure out where it came from and how it came, we don't buy them. So everything we have here is responsibly sourced. And we have, of course, the famous De Beers diamonds, the signature forever mark, the finest diamonds in the world.
And of course, that is so important. Let's talk about some of the lines, the designer pieces that you offer, what people can find when they walk through your doors.
Well, one of our favorite is David Yurman. David Yurman is a truly American success story. From rags to riches, started out in Soho in the early 70s, and now is a world-renowned American jeweler. Beautiful pieces, his signature cable bracelet that to this day, even those early pieces still work well with the new pieces that they bring out. He is just an amazing story and some of the most beautiful jewelry. It works really well because it's in sterling silver, great for our lifestyle here in the Southwest. It goes either from cocktail or with jeans just beautifully. And
you also offer Roberta coin, another one of your great lines.
Roberta coin is Italian made, 18 karat. Every piece has a ruby for love, luck, and a long life, a very ancient tradition. We have the finest collection here. You find the boutiques throughout the world, Dubai, Paris, New York. So we have them here in El Paso, Texas for our very special customers.
And you can find pieces for people, whatever they're looking for. You have watches, you have engagement and wedding rings, pearls as well. I mean, you walk through here, it's like a kid in a candy store. So what do you tell someone who's never been to your store? What do you tell them?
Well, I tell them, give us an opportunity. Everybody has something they either have inherited or a gift they've received. If it needs cleaning, if it needs repair, we have a full-time jewelry. He's a master jeweler on site that does repairs, mounts diamonds, and does all kinds of just beautiful work. If you need to have something redesigned, we've taken, for example, the old cocktail ring. We make diamonds by the yard chain. The ladies wear them all the time. And bring new life to pieces they've inherited. We do carry also the Mikimoto pearls. They're called the diamonds of the sea, the finest pearl in the world. We have so many of the best of the best. Watch repair, we can help you with servicing your watch. Most brands we can help you with that. We have a beautiful watch selection. Those are great for when you want to mark the time and do a special gift. That's very lovely. We can engrave them for you. We have diamonds, whatever you want, we have it. We can make it available right here in El Paso, Texas.
You absolutely do. You have to come check it out. That's Bembridge Jeweler right here in West El Paso. And of course, you can find all their information on our website at KTSM.com. Thank you once again for joining us here on Studio 9 from the beautiful Hotel Indigo. We'll be back here next week at the same time. I'm Patricia Maese, and if there's something you'd like to see on our show, don't hesitate to email me. We'll see you back here next week. Have a safe weekend.